The update has been live for less than 72 hours. Can you guess what I've been doing with all that time? It's not cooking. It's not going to the cafe. It certainly as hell isn't working, man. Screw this guy. I've been listening to the 12 new KK songs on repeat, and we are finally ready. Let's go. Ranking the 12 new KK Slider songs, only aircheck versions. At first I was going to revamp the entire list, the whole thing, for a grand 107 song ranking, but I decided that these need more time to grow and sit with their legacy before they join the giants. These are also a lot higher production, more sophisticated than the other songs that have been around since 2001, and sound something like on par with Drive-In and Farewell, even though those are technically New Leaf songs. So for now I feel they qualify in a league of their own. But anyways, let's get it going with number 12, KK Fug You, more like KK Fuck You for thinking this would actually be a good song. KK Fugue is extremely baroque, extremely classical. I feel like, hey Casey, when you're editing this, put up some footage from the tea activity in Fire Emblem Three Houses. I feel like I'm at an exclusive Noble Class outing, and because of that, I don't like it. It's too much of that cheap MIDI that sounds like it was born right out of the late 90s, and let me tell you, nothing good was ever born in the late 90s. It's not that this does anything wrong, I just feel like it adds nothing new and sounds too similar to songs we already have in the KK Slider catalog. When I saw the name for the first time, I was like, wait, we don't already have this? And when I heard it play, I was like, wait, we don't already have this? The first half of this song is so stern, so constricted, but then the beat switch frees it up, and it's so happy. And thus, I can only identify with 50% of this song, and it's the part that sounds like a medieval ball pit. KK Kume, KK Komi, Kame, KK Kame? KK throat singing is a very neat inclusion that reminds me a lot of Earthbound. Most of the time I dislike KK songs because they're bland or annoying, but this is overwhelming. I am being pulled in lots of directions listening to this. KK Break. They put Anka on the cover because we need a break from this shit. Happy November, am I right, fellas? On a serious note, this goes hard. It's got a very spiritual club feel, and hold on, why is the sheep doing this? Okay, this feels familiar, like definitely something you would hear changing your settings on your Wii U or 3DS back a generation ago. In my head, it's very easy to imagine some generic pop song over this type of beat, and I'm so glad it's not there. This stands on its own very well. KK Robosynth is a 21st century anthem. If there were to be anything on par with KK Bubblegum, something that embodies the same level of chewy Japanese culture with a harmonizer tool, you have found it. Love this. Love to see Animal Crossing pay their respects to the GOAT. This also sounds like it's from a video game lobby of sorts or credits. I cannot put my finger on what game. I enjoy it. Simultaneously, it feels kinda lacking with just the bass at the front, but it's really atmospheric, and I think the feeling of emptiness is intentional, as that space can be filled with other sensual things. This also appears to be represented on the actual cover art, with KK finding himself in a clearing of trees. He got the dub here. Slack key sounds like you're slacking off, but maybe that's not a bad thing. It sounds like you're at home on your island, relaxing, watching the sun gently set with a drink in hand, just enjoying the capabilities of one single-stringed instrument, okay, maybe two. It's all about simplicity with this one, just enjoying the small things that life has to offer. I love hip-hop, love it so much, consume this shit every day. I really needed this to be good. I don't have room for any more disappointing hip-hop albums this year. That's a joke, kind of. It's okay, a little bit too much on the urban circle side. I can definitely appreciate the weird chipmunk vocals, the whistling, the record scratch sound effects. Effort and detail was put into this. It definitely feels like a tribute, and I won't let that go unnoticed. The only thing it's missing is all the rest of the sound effects from the industry. Chill Wave was undoubtedly the song I was most excited about when just looking at the names. I love Old Tore Moi and Neon Indian. I was thrilled to see it get some representation and couldn't wait to hear it, and it delivered. The synth comforts you while the bass keeps you in motion. It's both a song to chill to, but you can also feel the wave aspects in the percussion. I cannot wait to dissociate to this. Let's keep this train going though, Totaka. Can I get a KK Vaporwave and KK Future Funk next game? Alright, number 1. There really was no contest on this. KK Lovers, although I've known it a short time, I can already tell that I am indeed said lover. It's a little funky tune backed by this vaguely reggae beat that just makes you feel like you're falling, quite literally falling in love with someone. It feels nostalgic, reminiscing about all of the memories you've made, but that could also be because the beginning sounds like 12 PM from Wild World, and I'm sure that's evoking a bias in me. And I know we're only covering aircheck versions here, but if you want to get emotional, the music box version is, oh god, no, stop! So that's my list. These opinions are very fresh and very likely to change with time, and when they do, I will see you right back here for the feature length, all 107 KK Slider songs ranked from worst to best. Maybe. Probably not until the next game or something. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, did you guys know Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes out next week?